Right, hopping on for another test tonight. It's been about over 2 weeks. Kind of dropped the ball on the recording and releasing videos, but did make some progress. I've been working on getting my Steam Deck set up here as a development environment. And while it's true that you can install Windows, x64, 86, all that, I wanted to do it using just the non-rooted Steam Deck OS. So there's a couple of things I had to do that. Kynto itself is containerized, so that means it runs, at least development-wise, on Docker. And there's a couple of different services that I use there, Nginx, and that's actually one of the problems that stumped me for a little while. But the fix was quite simple there. And we also run a MongoDB instance and the Node.js server itself. The rest of it is browser-based, so that's good. But if I switch over here, so this is a capture card of the Steam Deck OS. I'm just able to install Visual Studio Code, which is good. That's my preferred IDE these days. Honestly, I love this little thing. I just wish it came with a form factor where I could like lock it in a laptop or something. As usual, Kynto is overlaid, and that ties into the live chat here. There's all sorts of commands and stuff that I've coded for that. I did try to get it set up so Kynto could post chat messages into YouTube, but I didn't finish that. If I go ahead and this is risky. Okay, I switched. Let's see. I did get a lovely keyboard though. This thing is rocking. It's taken me years to find something. Let's see if that reads it out. Didn't hear it. I see an avatar spawned. So what's going on there? Oh, it's because it's got emojis.
Testing chat readout.
That works. Yeah, so I don't expect to use this footage for anything, but I'll go give this a wee practice run. Okay, so the main issues with setting up the Kynto development environment on the Steam Deck was Kynto containerizes services by leveraging Docker. There is Kalima, which works pretty well. Interestingly enough, it does run a VM to run the containers in. Just the main problem I wanted to talk about real quick, and I'm going to do a wee video on, was port 80 and port 443 for HTTP and HTTPS are privileged ports, and you cannot start Kalima with sudo. So the fix was quite simple. I just used a higher port range and then IP tables. I was able to route that way, so that solved that problem. So I'm now able to see if I can navigate here. Tiny wee screen, but that's okay. Still up. No such filing directory. That's good. That's just what I wanted. What IP is this? It's 29. No, that's not Mac. 55. Nope. Switch right over. I just want a mouse and a keyboard that supports at least 5 different input devices without chaos. And I get you could just run Synergy or Barrier, but I don't like that. It's kind of like installing a keylogger. Not too fond of that. I have explored creating my own solution, but that just leads to another rabbit hole. Okay, so switch back. Let's just see what. Where did I bloody get this? It's not config. So our local IP is 155. Oh, that was the desktop. What did I break? Source control to rescue. That would do it. True L. That's not true. Yeah. A bunch of Qs. Server crash. Possible. Docker PS. Oh, it's still up. It's attached to it. Okay, the Nginx instance is down. No, it's up as well. What's it doing? The IP tables might have cleared out. Well, that's funny. Today, we script to persist that. That's permission denied. Oh, my command history. So that's useful. Which screen? Go ahead and test out that live chat, bud. Appreciate it. The whole thing was to show you I got this all running on Steam Deck, but let's have it cooperate first. It's useful having it running on here because it's easier to publish a Steam app right from this thing than it is from a Mac or Windows. What happened to my writing? Let's see. Should be up. So it is up. It tells me there's a problem with the engine still. Let's see. We'll just go ahead and restart the service. That's about the best I can do here. Okay. Right. Still no dice. I did turn the firewall back on. I wonder if that's interfering. Disabled. go. So it's a NAT issue. It's just pissing me off. Oh, well. New keyboard meant that everybody had a shot typing on it. I had VS Code open on this. So that was a problem. Or 80. Oh, it's coming in all messed up. It's not to be start. All these tabs, terminal, got me all thrown about. Oh, that's cool. Terminate all this. Close. See what's still running. So, try restart React. Okay.
What's up?
Hey buddy, what's going on? Setting up a Steam Deck environment, development environment, to prepare to release my game here. What you got going on?
I have a linear algebra exam in 3 hours.
Did you get any sleep?
Nope.
Oh, but that's how I do it. That's rough. How do you think you'll do?
And I'm starting to hate existence Loki.
relatable. It's I find having a good project to bury my head in helps with that. Then you can worry about that instead.
What are you up to?
So I'm working on a game from a Steam Deck here. So if you look at the bottom of your screen, all your messages and stuff are being read out through that. I'm basically making a version of this for Steam Deck. It's a pain.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, this is pretty fun. It's a big reason why I didn't get enough sleep at school. I was up coding at night.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, buddy, go for it.
Do you think hard work pays off eventually?
I think so, but it's not as easy to make it seem. And people that achieve a lot are quick to forget just how much it takes. But I think it does. What makes you ask? Just gonna have to hard code this. To do that.
I don't think I've ever really worked hard in my whole life.
You know, there's still plenty of time. I think the best hard work comes out of something that you want to do anyway. Like if you can attach an end goal to what you're doing, it becomes much easier. So it's to be. Can't do that. I'll give you a wee example myself. I didn't go to school to be a programmer or anything, but I've made it a career. And, part of that is I'm just driven on making my own projects, and along the way people figured out that they could pay me to do this stuff as well, and I figured out that actually it's better than not getting paid, so there's a trade-off. See if I can hit this on another computer, and if it's a local issue. Try this one. Yep, it works in. That's annoying. So I'm debugging something that might not even be a problem. It's a bloody pain. Ugh. So what's to make of that? Oh.
I don't know, man, life's too messy and confusing sometimes to the point that any advice seems pointless.
I think you'll find that a lot of people actually really relate to that. If it wasn't so much advice that made me do what I do, I guess it's just like if you're going to be here, you're going to have to find something, right? And you should be here. It's a miracle you exist. One way I look at it is we have all of eternity to not be here. So may as well fiddle about. It's definitely messy, and, gritty, and a bunch of other words. It's working. do not know what to make of this. One of the most interesting things I find when speaking to people is just like a lot of people do feel bad, and a lot of people connect just even discussing that and putting it into words. And I don't know, there's something cool about that. So this is the back end panel for Steam, where I actually can upload my builds. And a bunch of stuff's incomplete. Helpful to make some notes.
How long have you been doing this for?
I think I was about 11 when I first started being able to poke around. Probably got into properly coding 12, 13, and been doing it ever since. Basically, the entire time I've been in America, didn't have a lot of money growing up, so having a computer and being able to sit there and code and make things when I couldn't afford stuff in games I was playing was helpful. And it's an example of like limitations being a good thing or having good results come from it. But as long as I've been doing this, it doesn't get any easier. Like I'm still constantly learning, debugging, and still building. I don't have a big project out there of my own. I've helped people put together theirs though. It's a double-edged sword. Other people can afford more of my time than I can afford. But I remember in school though, I got in trouble from the algebra teacher. She's like, "You're not taking this seriously." And at the time I didn't realize I was learning algebra. geometry. I just was more practical. I was doing it in code, moving stuff on the screen, doing like isometric transformations and stuff. It's relatively simple now, but looking back, I was like, they could have taught algebra better, let's just put it that way. Asking me how many apples Susie has after X operations didn't really capture my attention, but
Has the way you feel about it changed since then?
good question. I mean, the daily grind wears down a bit. But like, it's still magic when I put something together and it works. That's one of the reasons I'm like sitting here on YouTube actually. Like, have like this text to speech system that I coded set up. And for the most part, it works now. And I'm actually using it to like help build it and not do it in complete isolation. Because it's, if you ask anyone that codes, it's a pretty isolating job. And same if you're working on a hobby project. But every so often you get to come to the surface and be like, hey, check this out. And some people get excited. Most people don't care. But the ones that do get excited are enough. One of the weirdest things, though, I notice, like with the co-workers who can code and code great things at work, they don't work on anything like outside of the job, which I just find fascinating. It's like, how do you not continue once you get off the clock? It's getting late for me too. But wish you luck on your test today. Do your best, but don't take it too seriously, because there'll always be another one. I do ask that you subscribe though, because I'm curious in how you do. And anything you want to work on, or because everyone has ideas, right?
You got one of them old VHS players?
I do have a VHS player, but it's not hooked up. It's a CRT, one of the bigger ones. I like it a lot. It has a nice glow. If I turn all the lights out, it makes me feel like I'm back in 2010. I had a flat screen then, but I'm forever trying to recreate like Friday nights and Saturdays in front of a big CRT with a laptop.
That's sick, man.
Appreciate it. I've got a wee one here as well. Let's see if I can quote this interview. So I just have a HDMI splitter on it. So it's the same signal going to both. Found this at a Goodwill.
Thanks, champ. You take care.
Appreciate you, bud. I think I'm going to start wrapping up here too. Spinning around in circles a wee bit. But I hope to be back on tomorrow night. Now I'm starting to pick this back up. Always coding anyway, so why not get on here and be part of this. You take it easy, guys. Appreciate you checking in. And drop a like and subscribe if you can. Helps the wee channel out. Cheers.